भूतस्य जातः पतिरेक भूतस्य जातः पतिरेक आसीत् भूतस्य जातः पतिरेक आसीत् यजुर्वेद 13.4. This is a piece of the Veda mantra from Yajurveda 13.4. 13.4. Bhutasya jataha patireka asit. Bhutasya bhusataya jataha
जनी प्रादुर्भावे
पति ही पारक्षणे पति ही एक, that is patireka. When you split the sandhi, it becomes pati hi eka, patireka. Asit, asabhuvi, bhutasya jataha patireka asit. Bhutasya jataha pati hi eka asit. Here, bhutasya jataha, that's all that is created.
Okay.
All that is created, to be clear, that is all the life, maybe human and non-human form, everything that has taken birth. Bhutasya jataha. Jataha is that which has taken birth. Bhutaha means all life. All life. We can also extend it to Pancha Bhutas also.
Okay.
Bhutasya jataha ekaha patihi. The one and the only protector. The one and the only protector. Asit was that Satchidananda. Was that Satchidananda. Ekaha asit. That ekaha is very important. The one and the only protector of all creation, of all creatures, was that. Was that. That was nothing but Satchidananda. Now one very important question comes here. Was, that's a tricky word here, was. As far as our language is concerned, was is a past tense. Okay, Satchidananda was the protector of the whole universe, was. But what about today? Is he still the protector? Will he going to be the protector in future? Or is the end of it? It's a past tense. He was, now we don't know what happens. Now this is a tricky question here. Now here, if you understand the Vedic concept and the limitation of our language, yes, we can find an answer for this. Now as far as our language is concerned, that is any language that we use to communicate between ourselves. We've got two basic things. One is a verb and the other one is a noun. When you're speaking of a noun, then it needs, number one, the gender. The noun requires a gender. It requires a number, ekavachana, dvivachana or bahuvachana, and it requires a case, prathama vibhakti, dvitiya vibhakti, or whatever it is. So a noun conveys its meaning completely during our communication between ourselves, provided we prescribe these three parameters. One is the gender, another one is the number, another one is the case. That's about nouns. When you come to verbs on the other side, we can communicate through the verbs, provided they have got certain parameters. They are, number one, Purusha, that's person. Is it first person or second person or third person? That has to be specified. And Vachana, that's singular, dual or plural. And Kala. So only when these three parameters are prescribed, yes, we'll be able to understand or communicate a verb through a verb. Now because of this limitation, whenever we use a verb, we have to use the time, maybe past tense or present tense or future tense. To explain it in a simple way. Unless that parameter is attached to the verb, the communication will be incomplete. So the time, that is past, present or future, has to be a part of the verb what we use. Now that's the limitation of the language through which we communicate.
Okay.
This one side. So any verb is always attached with one tense. Past tense or present tense or future tense. It is inevitable. Without that, communication is incomplete. Now, coming to the point of the Vedic concept, what we have. Satchidananda, I repeat once again, Satchidananda is new and fresh always. New and fresh always. And for Satchidananda, there is no question of past, present or future. It has got only present. It's present always, and it is only present tense for Satchidananda. For us, for say we human beings and all the material world what we see, we have got the tense, past tense, present tense and future tense. We would have. Now how to understand this? It's time. Except Satchidananda, Satchit and Sat, they are all bound by time. Bound by time. We are all subject to time. We are not above time. Now how do you understand this? When we are bound by time, two things will happen. One we call it as gati, that's movement. Another one we call it as change. Alteration, change or alteration. Say, when there is a force upon us because of time, that is when we are bound by time, we move. Only when we move, yes, time is there. If we don't move, say we stay in one place, static, even there will be some change. So change or movement is the result of time. Is a result of time. And that proves that we are bound by time. Now both movement and change are not there for Satchidananda, therefore it is not bound by time, it is above time. You have seen that? Tadejati Tannaijati. It's another piece of the Veda mantra where it says, Satchidananda makes everything in the world move, but it doesn't move. Because it is omnipresent. It's everywhere. It doesn't have space to move. Doesn't have space at all to move. Because it is full and complete. Purna, you can say. It occupies every space. Every space. So it is full. It cannot move. It doesn't have a space where it can move. Because it is full. So it cannot move. Tat Bhayejati. So where there is no moment, there is no question of time. There is no question of space. Only when space is there, only when moment is there in that space, yes, time can be experienced. But when there is no space for Satchidananda, when it cannot move, time is not there in its context. Time we can understand only when there is a space, moment or change. Now the second part, change. Satchidananda doesn't undergo any change. It is as fresh as it was crores of years ago. It is as fresh as it was now. It will be as fresh as it is now even after crores of years. It is always new and fresh. What do you call it as? Nava. Nava is to be fresh. And it is not just fresh, it is pranava. Pranava means in exemplary way, it is so fresh. So the pra plus nava ultimately results as pranava, pranava. Pranava is another name for Satchidananda. And we generally understand is pranava as Omkar. Omkar or pranava is another name for Satchidananda. Why it is called pranava? Because it is fresh always, it is new always. And it is not subject to time. Because there is no change in it. That is the only entity in the whole universe which is not subject to time. And in many Vedic literature, they refer to Satchidananda as Kala Atita. Kala Atita, that is which is beyond time. It is not subject to time, but it is above time. Kala Atita. Now, because of this nature of Satchidananda, this quality of Satchidananda, wherein it doesn't move, it doesn't undergo any change, therefore it is always fresh and new and totally static. Because it has no space to move, it occupies every nook and corner of the universe. It has no space at all to move. Therefore, as far as time or tense is concerned, we cannot say God was, God is, or God will be. There is only one tense for Satchidananda, and that is present tense. Everything is present tense for it. We have got past tense, present tense, future tense because we are able to mark past tense, present tense, future tense because of either moment or because of change. I was in a particular condition. Now the condition has changed. Now this condition is going to change in future. So because of that change, which I mark at different points, and because of that change, we say we are bound by time. If I am as I were before 10 years, and if I am going to be after 10 years in the same way, the same condition, then there is no time for me in at least these 10 years. I am as I was. Now I am not afflicted by, I am not subject to time. But it's not so. Every moment there is change. What I was yesterday, I am not today. What I am today, I am not tomorrow. Therefore, I mark these change in conditions. And where it is possible to mark these changes in the condition, yes, I am bound by time. It's a very subtle concept which I have to understand very clearly. Not only change moment, I was here this moment, and I am in a different place. And I am in a different place again. So when I can mark my position at different places because of my moment, yes, time is there. At a particular point of time I was there, another particular time I was here, another particular time elsewhere. If I am in all the three places, yesterday, today and tomorrow, and if there is no moment at all, and it is not possible for me to move at all, because of my omnipresence, I am beyond time. I am not subject to time. But we are not so. We are not so. We are not omnipresent. We are capable of moving because of a moment, and we are not in the same way. We undergo a lot of changes. So because of our change, because of our moment, it's very clear that we are bound by time. Time can never be experienced unless there is moment, space for moving and change. There is no space to move. If I am not moving, there is no change. Yes, I am beyond time. And there is only one entity which is that, which is nothing but Satchidananda. Therefore, as far as Satchidananda is concerned, in our mortal language, if we use past tense also is okay, present tense is also okay, future tense is also okay. But as far as from the point of view of Satchidananda, there is only one tense, that is present tense. It's always present tense. No past tense, no present. All the three tenses are there for us because we are subject to space, moment or change. So with reference to Satchidananda, in our language, I may use past tense, I may use present tense, I may use future tense. It makes no difference at all. It makes no difference. We have to understand all the three tenses put together as one present tense, one continuous present tense. So only when I understand this, like Asit as present tense, but in our language Asit is not present tense, it's past tense. But this Asit we are using for Satchidananda, therefore though it is Asit, past tense in our language, in the context of Satchidananda, it is present continuous tense. So this I have to understand very clearly.
Sharma ji.
So, yes, please.
Then it could have been Asti only, right? Why is
yes,
Asti?
In many mantras, we have got Asti. Okay. Yes, they have used present tense. In many cases, they have used future tense.
Okay.
Bhavishyati. Yes, fine. This is same as I have explained earlier. That is the gender what we use for God. Satchidananda is beyond gender. So there are mantras where Satchidananda is referred to in masculine gender. Yes. Satchidananda referred to using feminine gender. Satchidananda being referred using neuter gender. Yes, it's there. Yeah. So as far as gender is concerned, Satchidananda, why Satchidananda? Even Satchit, we are about gender. The gender is a quality of Sharira Indriya Manas, that's all. The consciousness which is beyond this Sharira Indriya Manas, that is a soul, that is Satchit, that itself is beyond gender. So, whether we use masculine gender or feminine gender or neuter gender for Atma or Paramatma, it makes no difference. But whereas this tense is concerned, Satchit is bound by time. A lot of changes, it happens in this Satchidananda. Whereas as far as Satchidananda is concerned, Satchit is concerned, the change is there. But as far as Satchidananda is concerned, they have used present tense, past tense and future tense. All the three tenses are there. So there is no confusion at all. Why they have used or why we see the use of all the three tenses is that makes it clear that it is beyond time. Okay. They have used it. They have used Asti, they have used Asit, they have used Bhavishyati, everything they have used. So that gives us a very clear indication that tense has no implication, tense has no effect here. It is always present continuous tense. Then another very important thing here is Patihi. That's also very clear. The protecting factor. That only is another very important. That's Eka Asit. Because most of the time, in most of the other concepts and other sources of knowledge, they speak of gods and goddesses. In particular, if I have to refer this Puranic background, they speak of 3 crores and odd gods. Whereas Vedas are very clear that God is one and one only, which is the protector of the whole universe. How it can protect the whole universe? Yes, elsewhere we find that Satchidananda is omnipotent. It's all powerful. Because it's all powerful, it can protect the whole universe. How can you say whole universe? Because it is omnipresent also. Is it sufficient to protect being omnipotent and omnipresent? No, it is omniscient also. Put all the three things together: omnipotence, omnipresence, and omniscience. So if you consider all the three, yes, that is what is required to protect the whole universe. So all the three qualities are found in that entity Satchidananda. And that entity is one and only one. Not only this, there are several Veda mantras where they speak of Satchidananda as being one and one and one. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahudha Vadanti. This is another piece of the Veda mantra. It says Satchidananda is one. But the one Satchidananda is referred to by different names. Because it has so many facets, it has got so many qualities, infinite qualities in that. So by looking at one quality, we call it by one name. By looking at the other quality, we call it by another name. But any number of names with which we call Satchidananda, please note, it is one and only one entity. Very clear. Patihi Eka Asit. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahudha Vadanti. Eka Eva, Eka Vrit, Eka Eva. Like this, we have got hundreds of Veda mantras where they are very clear that the Satchidananda or God or the entity is one and only one. No comparison, no competition, nothing. Is one and only one. You want to call it by different names, call it. It doesn't matter. Because it has got infinite qualities. By looking at the different qualities, we can call the same entity by any number of names. But all names refer to that one and only one entity, Satchidananda. You want to call it as Brahman? Fine. You want to call it as Vishnu? Call it. You want to call it as Shiva? Fine. Rudra? Fine. Varuna? Yes. Agni? Okay. Vayu? Wonderful. Ganapati? Wonderful. Saraswati, excellent. Lakshmi, okay. Anything. You may have a lot of names and you can have a big list of it. But please note, all names refer to that one single entity, Satchidananda. Because there are several names attributed to it, don't think that we have got so many gods and goddesses. Once again, we have to be very clear. Say I said Saraswati, I said Lakshmi. Does it refer to the same God? Yes. How is it you spoke for it masculine gender, now you're speaking with feminine gender? Yes. In the Vedic grammar, they have made it very clear. The gender is to the word. The gender is to the word what we utter, and it has got nothing to do with the gender which it represents. This I have explained several times. One common and best example what we see is Kalatram. Kalatram means wife. Kalatram indicates wife. So generally we presume that Kalatram has to be a feminine gender. No, Kalatram is neuter gender. In the Vedic language, Kalatram is neuter gender, whereas it represents wife, which is really feminine. Possible. Because that feminine gender is to the word Kalatram, and it has got nothing to do with the gender which indicates, that which indicates. That's free, that is separate. That could be masculine, that could be feminine, that could be neuter, that doesn't matter. But Kalatram, that word is feminine in nature, over. So the gender is to the word and not, or it may not have any reference to the gender which it represents, which it indicates. So this is a basic feature of the Vedic grammar. So we have no confusion. It may be Lakshmi, it may be Saraswati, anything. It all refers to that one single God, which is above gender. That's what I was telling you a little earlier. Above gender, above time. But because our mortal language, that is the language that we use as mortals, as a noun, I have to specify the case, the number, and the gender. I am forced to use one or the other gender. But just because I've used a masculine gender, it doesn't mean God is masculine. If I use feminine gender for that word, it doesn't mean God is feminine. God, why God? Even we as such, as souls, we are also above gender. We don't have a gender of our own. They are referred with masculine or feminine gender or the otherwise because of the physical structure where we live in, physical structure where we take shelter for maybe 80, 100 years. We are referred to as male or female because of the physical structure. If you forget about the physical structure and look at the level of the soul, we cannot segregate that soul as male or female or neutral. No, it's about gender. Same thing with Satchidananda. So here it says, Bhutasya jataha patihi eka asit. So that God is one which is the protector of all, because it is omnipresent, omnipotent and omniscient. Now all those things are not there in this particular mantra, but when you study it in comparison so many other mantras, yes, all these things come out. One who can protect the whole universe has to be invariably omnipotent, omniscient and omnipresent, and that is Satchidananda. It's about gender, it's about time. The only tense what it has got is present continuous tense. Another very important thing. Because he is omniscient, this is a common argument what we get. Because he is omniscient, will he not be able to know the future? Because he is omniscient. I may not be able to know what happens in future. It is my limitation. But cannot God know what happens in future? Because he is omniscient. So he knows the past, he knows the present, he knows the future. So he knows the future. Please note, if he can know the future, it means future is predetermined. If future is not predetermined, he cannot know it. This is a very tricky argument which many people do. He is omniscient, he knows past, present and future. If he knows the future, it means very clear that future is predetermined. So in future is predetermined, we are only for namesake, nimitta matra. They are there only for namesake and everything is predetermined, predestined and everything happens according to the cosmic clock. We are only puppets in the hands of that Satchidananda. Now generally this argument is given by those who support astrology. Astrology. So these astrologers give this answer or give this argument. Now the flaw in this argument is, I repeat, the flaw in this argument is, as far as God is concerned, there is only one tense, that is present continuous. As far as God is concerned, there is no past tense, there is no future tense. He knows everything as present continuous thing and not as future, not as past. So past, present and future is there for we human beings. So we can use the word future because we are Satchits. But for God, there is only one tense, that is present continuous, and He knows everything that is happening then and there. Present continuous. There is no question of future at all as far as God is concerned. Future is a dimension for our lives, that is Satchits. And our future is not predetermined, it is what we make it. What we do in the present tense, that decides our future. Future is not predetermined. What we are doing now, yes, God knows. And as far as we are concerned, what happens tomorrow, God also knows it, not as future tense, but as present continuous tense. So the future is not predetermined. So the argument of some people saying that God knows everything, including past, present, future, is not acceptable. Because as far as God is concerned, there's only one tense called present continuous. Whatever happens in the present, anywhere in the corner of any part of the universe, yes, He knows it. He is very much alive in the present tense, and there's the only tense is there for God. No past tense, no future tense. Future tense is for us. And the future of ours is completely determined by what we are in the present tense. Past is over. It's over. We cannot turn the clock back anytime by anybody, by any effort. Past is past. Present is completely under our control. And what we do in the present, yes, that frames my future. And God knows my present and my future, not as future, but as present continuous. Present also he knows as present continuous. And what I call it as future is for Satchidananda, present continuous only. What I call as past, that's also present continuous for Satchidananda. This we have to understand very clearly. Tenses for we human beings and creatures is something different, and tense for Satchidananda is totally different. The total framework itself is different. There's only one dimension as far as Satchidananda is concerned, that is present continuous. And in present continuous, there is no question of predetermination, or there is no question of knowledge of future or anything, because there is only one tense, present continuous. This I have to understand very clearly. And regarding this, Vedas are very clear. For human beings, you have got tenses, and you construct your future with your effort in the present. Past is gone, forget about it. At any point of time, the clock or the calendar cannot go back. It's gone. Gone forever. Present, yes, it's totally under your control. Do what best you can. And depending upon what best you are doing, your future is determined, and future is not predetermined. It's very clear. So this we have to understand. And God is definitely omniscient, and He knows everything which is present continuous. So that asit, or bhavishyati, or asti, whatever you use, it all means present continuous only as far as Satchidananda is concerned. So this you have to understand very clearly. And bhutasya jataha patihi yeka asit. One with reference to tense, another one is that entity is one and only one. If you say it's a multitude of gods and goddesses, yes, we are creating so many entities, which is not true. There is only one entity, that is God. Satchidananda is one. You have to be very clear about that. There are so many Veda mantras where it stresses on, emphasizes on this entity Satchidananda being one and only one. Just look what is happening around us. When we feel gods are many, my God is different, your God is different, the God you worship is something else, the God what I worship is something else. Now this differentiation has been causing a lot of religious conflicts even today. And we claim that our God is supreme and your God is inferior. And this very statement that my God is superior and your God is inferior itself is the cause of lot of fights, lot of disturbances, lot of chaos in the human society. We have been seeing it. Another very problematic thing is we give shapes to these gods, whereas God is formless. Only that which is formless can be omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. If you give a shape, it is bound by that shape. It cannot be omnipresent, it cannot be omnipotent, it cannot be omniscient. There's a contradiction between the two. That which is bound by shape, that is bound by boundaries, cannot be omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. So you give a form to it. We imagine hundreds and thousands of gods and goddesses, and we claim my God is superior, your God is inferior. Now this has been the cause of religious conflicts in the past, in the present, and we can see those things in the history. A lot of bloodshed has taken place just because of this. Just because of this. I don't believe your God, my God is supreme. So if you worship that God, I'll kill you. I'll slaughter you. If at all you want to live, you have to believe my God. There's no question of my God and your God and their God. There's only one God, which is our God. So that's a wonderful thing, which is a unifying factor of the whole humanity. And that's what Vedas say. But if you forget this unifying factor about God, yes, we're all divided and subdivided, and we all continue to fight in the name of God. which is just one and only one, and which is beyond gender, and which is having only one present continuous tense. Just imagine, if you understand this clearly, one God which has only present continuous tense, above gender and formless. We all come under one single umbrella. Fine. We're all protected by that one God. Whether I call it by X, whether you call it by Y, whether somebody calls it by Z, doesn't matter. Actually, it is that same one formless, omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient God. Fine. Hundreds and thousands of conflicts can be avoided by just one knowledge of this. Unfortunately, we are ignorant about this. And I'm saying we, it doesn't mean we are discussing. No, the whole universe, the whole human world is in darkness as far as the nature of Satchidananda, God, is concerned. And we have been creating our own problems day and night. I construct my temple, other person his pagoda, other fellow constructs his own church, another fellow constructs his own masjid, and we fight out. Whether you build masjid or church or pagoda or stupa or temple, we are worshipping one single God. Okay, the structure will be different. The structure of a church, the structure of a masjid or a temple will be different. Doesn't matter. Wherever you are, wherever you pray, we are all praying to that one single entity, Satchidananda, which is formless. That which is omnipotent, omniscient and omnipresent. See, when you realize truth, we can live together happily as human beings with love and affection and brotherhood. But when we are ignorant, yes, we fight. Because of ignorance, we feel inferior or superior. Because of our ignorance, we are separated. But we can live as one society, one human society, provided we are capable of realizing God as one. You are protected as one. It's a very, very crucial thing which we have to understand. If I am able to understand God as one formless entity, yes, all of us will belong to that one entity. It may be you, it may be me, it may be X, Y, Z in any part of the world. We can feel that we are all brothers. We can feel that we are all belonging to one family, protected by one protector. That is Satchidananda. Lot of differences what we are finding. Lot of causes which we are finding for difference of opinions and fights, all can be resolved at one stroke if you understand that God is one and formless, omnipresent, omniscient and omnipotent. There are many religions, what we call. Those religions, they speak of this, but when it comes to practice, yes, they also fail. They say God is one. And finally what say? My God is the only one. Now that's the problem. They say God is one, and which is that God? That's my God. The God in which I believe, that's the only God, and all other gods are not there. Now nobody can claim that his God is the only God. No. There is only one God for the whole universe, which belongs to all of us. Now this all-encompassing God concept is a need of the hour. And upon that, we can build a peaceful world, peaceful universe. It doesn't mean that God is not there. God is definitely there. There is the protective force. Yes, it is there. But it is not as we imagine. We have to understand it as it is.
Yes.
So how do you understand it as it is? Yes, sentences like this will give us the right guidance and throw light on the real personality of God. Bhutasya jataha patihi eka asit. And that is the only one which protected us earlier, which is protecting us now and protects in future also. It's only one. And is formless, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. Then we all feel that we belong to one family because we are protected by one force. And there is no discrimination. Now if you want a society where we are able to feel equality, where we can feel brotherhood, yes, we have to take shelter and that sentences like this, which is the truth, which is the truth. Okay, this we have to understand it and come out of the narrow clutches which we are forced into from our younger age. From our childhood we have been told, okay, this is the God we have to worship and the name of the God is so and so. For every family we have got our own deity. So this is our family deity. Maybe this X, Y, Z. And if somebody says a different, oh, that's not our God. It's a God for that religion. It's a God for that country. For us it is not there. Yes, we have been taught like this from our childhood, unfortunately. We have to come out of those narrow clutches and feel and understand the reality that God is one, which is formless, and the same for all. If you want to call your God by Allah, fine. It's another name for the same entity. If you want to call it as Jesus, wonderful. If you want to call it the Holy Spirit, excellent. If you want to call it as Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, whatever, yes, excellent. We have no objection at all. Because whatever name you use to call the God, it refers to that one single entity which is a protector of the whole universe, including you and me and everyone. Only when we are able to understand this broad view about God, a lot of problems are solved. Now those whom we are calling it as atheists, why we are calling them as atheists? Because they don't accept our idol worship. Most of the time, most of them, they say, this is not God. It's a piece of stone. It's a piece of wood. It's a piece of mud. It is your creation. How can this be God, which is omnipotent and omnipresent? I don't believe in it. So you say you're a non-believer. You're an atheist. But when you speak of God like this, which is formless, which is a protective force, which encompasses the whole universe without any discrimination, even an atheist has to think twice to oppose it. Yes, it is true. A creation of mine in the form of an idol, in the form of a cross, maybe something what I have created, can never be God. Because I am not the creator of God. I am created by God. I means my Sharira Indriya Manas. So you understand these subtleties. Yes, we can live together, we can love each other, and we can feel that we are all protected by that one single force. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We can become closer. We can lead our life on a human platform, which is full of knowledge and understanding of reality. This is the need of the hour. Bhutasya jataha patihi eka asit. Don't worry about asit. It may be past tense, present tense, or future. It doesn't matter at all. It is a limitation of my language. He was the protector of the universe. He is and he will be. Did you use he? In that place you can say she, fine. You say it, excellent. It's all about things. That ultimate Satchidananda force that God is above gender, above time, and is one and only one. Think over. Once we think in this angle, once we understand God in this way, yes, a lot of questions are answered, and every human being on this planet, every creature on this planet can live comfortably and happily with another human being or with another creature. Now that is what is needed for a happy and peaceful world. Once you are able to feel this, yes, we will try to create such a world. We will not break, we will not disintegrate the human society in the name of God or religion or whatever it is. There is only one God, there is only one religion, if you want to call it by that name, that's human religion. There is only one dharma, that's Manava dharma, for all human beings. Imagine how this society will be. Yes, it's very pleasing, it's very comfortable, it's very enjoyable, and that's what we are searching for. We can be happy now, we can be happy tomorrow, and we can create a happy world for all the generations to come. Okay, let us think about it and implement it for the best results. Next piece of the Veda mantra is Sa Naha. Sa Naha Piteva. Sa Naha Piteva Sunavegne, Sunave, yes mark, avagraha chinha, gne, Sunavegne, Supayano bhava. Sa naha piteva, Sunavegne, Supayano bhava. Rigveda 1.1.9. Rigveda 1.1.9. First mandala, first sutta, ninth mantra. Rigveda. Sa naha piteva sunavegne supayano bhava. So by splitting this on this we have sa, that is saha, naha, pita iva, piteva, pita iva, sunave agne, sunave agne, sunave agne, su upayanaha, supayano, su upayanaha bhava, supayano bhava. Sana piteva sunave agne supayano bhava. Rigveda 1.1.9. Saha, he. Once again, there is no confusion. If it is she also is as good, it also is as good. That we shall be very clear. He shall be supayano bhava. Agni. Agni. One who leads the whole universe. Saha, that Agni, shall be supayano bhava. Shall be available to us. Shall be available to us so easily. Shall be available to us so easily as a father to a child. As a father to a child. So a small child always relies upon his parents. Though it is Pita Iva, it also Mata Iva. Fine, both are good. Both hold good. So a child, since its infancy, it always depends on the Pita or the Mata. And the Pita or the Mata are readily available at the beck and call of the infant, the child. The child cries. Yes, the mother or the father will run to the child and say, what is the problem? Are you hungry? Yes, we'll provide. Are you feeling chill? Okay, we'll cover you. So anything, what is needed by the child, it just cries. That's all it knows. Just cries. Once it cries, yes, one of them will rush to the child and see what it needs. In the same way, as mother and father, as the parents take care of the child and who are available at the beck and call of the child, at the cry of the child, in the same way, O Satchidananda, one who leads the whole universe, you be like that for us. We cry for you. We call you. Because we are not able to understand everything. We are not able to manage everything. We are at a loss. So at all such points, we cry for you, we call for you, you please come. They won't come as mother or father in physical form, but God comes as knowledge. God will be capable of giving us that knowledge in ourselves, and okay, using that knowledge, we can come out of our problems and difficulties. So we open up ourselves for your divine guidance. And please give us a divine guidance and guide us as a mortal father or mother is available at the beck and call of the child. So that's the meaning of it. We shall discuss about the different other aspects of it. Saraf piteva sunave agne supayano bhava. So this is the meaning of this sentence. So what it implies, apart from the direct meaning, what all the other things that we have to understand, we'll discuss in the next session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sharma.